Let's use function notation to solve for x in an equation. So let's go ahead and start. It says, let f of x equals 4x minus 6. If f of x equals to 14, find x. All right, so you'll notice what it says here. It says, if f of x equals to 14. And what we're going to do is we're going to take f of x equals to 14. We're going to take that 14 and we are going to say, we're going to put it in its place. We're going to substitute it in for that f of x because that's what it says it's equal to. So we're going to take 14 and we're going to plug it equal to 4x minus 6. And from here, we're just going to do some basic solving. So we're going to undo that minus 6 with a positive 6. And we're going to do that to both sides of the equals of the equation. And 14 plus 6 is 20. So we'll put 20 here equals to 4x. This comes down because nothing's there. Minus 6 plus 6, they're inverses. They're going to make a 0. And then we're going to get rid of that 4. And you'll notice that 4 is attached by multiplication. So we are going to divide by 4. And when we divide by 4, 4 divided by 4 is 1. X comes out and we get 20 over 4, which is simply 5. So x is equal to 5. Now we can go ahead and check this in Desmos, and that's what I'm going to take the time to do before I do another problem. And so I'm going to type in f of x equals to 4x minus 6. And I'm going to make sure that I do put in that point. Now, when I put f of x equals to 4x minus 6, I can go ahead and take this second piece, f of x equals to 14, and I can type that directly in. So f of x equals to 14. And we can verify our work by looking for the intersection. Okay, so you'll notice that that intersection is 5, 14, which verifies that the x value at the point of intersection is the value of 5 that we found. Okay, now another way we can also do this is we can actually replace it. So remember, f of x 14 is where we typically would write y equals to 4x minus 6. So we can also type it in as y equals to 14 if we wanted to do it that way and verify that answer, y equals to 14. Both ways work perfectly, okay? So let's go ahead and we'll do this one more time. We'll do it with algebra. And then we're also going to check it with Desmos. Okay, so it says g of x equals to 13, given that g of x equals negative 3 over 2x plus 4. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to say g of x equals to 13. We're going to substitute that 13 in for that whole entire piece g of x. So I'm going to write 13 equals negative 3 over 2x plus 4. Now from here, we're just going to do some algebra. We're going to undo everything that's happening. So we got to get rid of that positive 4. We're going to subtract 4. Okay. When we do that, we get 13 minus 4, which is 9, equals to negative 3 over 2x. There's nothing under there, so it just moves down. And 4 minus 4 inverses, they cancel each other out. Now we do need to get rid of that negative 3 over 2. There's a couple different ways we can do it. The easiest way, in my opinion, is to use the reciprocal of that fraction, which is 2 over negative 3, or negative 2 over 3. What I'm going to do to one side, I'm going to do to the other side. So negative 2 over 3. Negative 2 divides with this 2, negative 3 divides with that 3, cancels out. And a negative times a negative is a positive, so that is going to leave us with this x. Now, the one thing we do need to do is the math for this fraction, which shouldn't be too hard. So let's just do this. Negative 2 over 3 times 9 over 1. We get negative 18 over 3. Negative 18 over 3 is negative 6, or negative 18 divided by 3, which is negative 6. Now, let's go to Desmos. Let's just verify our answers because that's part of this. We're going to check our answers. I'm going to type in negative 3 over 2x plus 4. And let's go ahead and rename it. I'm going to rename it g of x. Okay, and then what we were looking for was g of x equals to 13. So I'm going to type in g of x equals to 13. I'm going to look for that intersection. Notice our answer is -613, so it verifies that. And once again, we can also go ahead and state that this is the same as saying y equals to 13. So let's go ahead here. Let's type in y equals 13 just to verify that works as well. Click on there and we get -6. All right, I hope that helps with using function notation in order to solve for our input value, which is our x.